This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back. We are joined once again here by Matthew Banfield. Excited to have him here, and he's helping so many people changing the way you live. Proven weight loss without drugs, exercise, or hunger. How does he do it? It's no secret. He's been helping so many people do this for quite some time, and he's excited for you to be here to talk more about his services and, of course, being one of the top weight loss centers in Colorado Springs. How are you?
Spectacular. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. How are
All right.
you?
Good. So we got this essential protein lifestyle thing going on. So tell us a little overview about the company and what you do, and then we'll dive into some specifics for today.
Sure. Company's been around for 14 years. It's helped thousands of people get to their weight loss goals. It is a company that is centered around your heart. So it's a heart-centered weight loss program that is designed to maintain the lean muscle, which I'm not sure if you realize, but your heart's the only muscle in your body that never stops.
Yeah. All
Even when
right.
you're asleep, it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
So when most people, when they go on and try and lose weight, especially if they try you ever heard of the OMAD diet? It's
No,
one meal
no.
a day.
What
Yeah,
say it
one
again?
meal
OMAD?
OMAD.
No, okay.
So that's really actually the worst one you can actually try.
Oh,
And here's why. Your body goes into starvation mode. And when it does, it starts pulling protein. And the protein that it pulls from is from your lean muscle. And so it goes directly here first.
okay.
And so the walls of your heart get thinner and thinner and thinner as time goes by. And eventually you wind up with a cardiac problem. Even though you might look like you're the most healthy person on the face of the planet, you're actually not. Um, the way that we do it is we reduce our carbs, we reduce our sugar, we reduce our fat intake, but we maintain the protein at a high level. Every single product that I have on my shelves is like a filet mignon steak, and but instead of it being a steak, you can reconstitute it, and it turns into eggs or a pancake or oatmeal or soup. We've got great drinks. I personally like the Cran Great drink myself. Shakes up really nice, gets pretty frothy, and goes down smoothly. Love the chocolate breakfast shake. I put a little bit of the essential greens in there because there's not all, sometimes my day gets a little hectic to where I can't have I don't have time to get all the vegetables that I need. So I just take a scoop of that, dump it into the actual morning or the afternoon and evening shakes and shake it up, and I'm good. I mean, and it
Hmm.
keeps things moving in the right direction as far as your body's processing the way we digest and process food.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and so the idea is to um, for people to take it seriously. For one, I mean, when I first started, I didn't take it seriously, and I was 2 months into the program, and I lost maybe 3 pounds. And I said, you know what, I've got to really see if this actually does work. So I knuckled down 3 weeks, 3 weeks hard, hit it 3 weeks hard, and I lost in 3 weeks. I lost 10 pounds. And I
Wow.
kept it going for another three. I kept it going for 90 days. 90 days is when I totally reached the 42 pounds lost from 230 to 182. And then I started going into going back into workouts and things like that. So my muscle has increased back up to around 200. So I put on some muscle, which is good. I don't want to put on too much. If I get back to 230 pounds of solid muscle, Rocky Balboa physique,
Mm-hmm.
that's not necessarily good for my frame either. Carrying around a lot of muscle or a lot of fat is a drag on the heart, and the heart has to work a little bit harder than what it should be doing. So we're looking for a body that kind of is in between Harrison Ford's at his peak when he was in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where you got to see what he looked like, shirt off, and then and in between him and I would say Henry Cavill or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
between those two. So as far as physique is looking, but um, I keep telling people I'm not so much concerned about what your weight is, and here's why. It's the machine, and if I may, I'm
Yeah,
going to
sure.
just stand up and kind of. I don't remember how to rotate it. I think there we go. I think I do.
Okay. Okay.
Um, no, rotate the machine. Rotate the camera. No, it just told me to shut it. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to my machine here. I'm gonna
Sure,
just
sure.
get it into the background. So here's the machine itself.
Okay.
So if you take a look, there it is.
Cool.
And you stand on it.
Oh, you're breaking up, sweetheart. Hold on. Are you there?
Oh, it's probably because I'm moving around.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably because I was moving around. I apologize.
That's okay. It happens. Go ahead.
So yeah, it gives you a good picture of what you're looking like. Fortunately, for most of my clients, all I get is a silhouette, so it's not as embarrassing sitting in front of me. I don't get to see exactly what that machine sees and shows you. It gives you a picture, kind of like what kind of the picture you get when you stand
Yeah.
in an X-ray machine at the airport. Those are some of them are kind of embarrassing, but hey,
It's all
I
right.
guess it's actually kind of a little spur in your side to get your body moving and head in the right direction and take the program seriously. Like I said, taking it seriously,
Yeah.
following it step by step, eating, keeping your water levels high, keeping your greens, eating your vegetables, as many vegetables, 2 cups of vegetables per day, um, and then as much salad as you want, keeping your protein high and following the recommended food list and avoiding the don't eat recommended food list. Um, and like I said, I can take most anybody and within 90 days have them transformed into where they want to be. And
Wow.
then we slowly bring back our exercise, put them back into the normal foods. I did a series of what not to purchase at Walmart
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm trying to upload onto my website as well. So a lot of people, you go into the store and you see, oh, this says it's high in protein. This says it's nutritional, and it turns out, Jill, the way you're supposed to look at it, it's not. I look at three things. Okay,
Wow.
I look at carbs,
Okay.
fat, and sugars. And
Okay.
so if carbs, fats, and sugars, if there are any of those two combinations, if you have fats and sugars, that turns into a triglyceride. And then triglyceride holds onto your body. It kind of just
Okay.
goes right here for
Okay.
me, right in the love handles, and
Mm-hmm.
or wherever your problem area is on your body. I'm sure, Jill, knowing your physique and the way you keep care of yourself, that would be
Again,
nowhere on
it's
on a
genetics.
nowhere
It's
on.
just I get in my butt and my stomach. Those are the two places.
Yeah. So but the triglyceride just seems to hold on to onto your body more than what you need them to. So if you can have if you can lower those, preferably down to zero, but if you can't get them down to zero, at least have one of them zero and the two of them reasonably well to where you can get rid of them within the next 24 hours, then it's okay to go for it. There's a Kodiak oatmeal that's out there that
Okay.
is perfect for protein. Is I highly recommend that one. It's It's protein oatmeal, but I think the label is Kodiak oatmeal. And you can take those packets. If you do it right, you can make cookies out of them, and they taste
Mm-hmm.
good. And they're delicious, and they're good for you. There's other things out there that is good as well, but a lot of it, the first run through was a lot of it was just, hey, this is the stuff you want to stay away from, and even though it says it's healthy, like oh shoot, what is it? I can't. Kind, the Kind brand,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, the Kind brand. They look healthy, but they have a lot of things in them that, at least for men, and I'm not sure. I don't think it'd be so much for women, but the flaxseed and things like that. Men should stay away from flaxseed and those other types of soy products. It kills testosterone, and it destroys the progress that men make in their weight loss journey. Women, on the other hand, can use it. I wouldn't use a lot of it because it does slow down the metabolism in
Mm-hmm.
either men or women. So it's good to avoid it when you're on the program. But yeah, um, so people are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
People are seeing results. People have seen results. And like I said, my wife, she hasn't seen the 9 pound drop her first week every week, but she has been getting the results that are desirable, to where her clothes are fitting better. She's feeling a little bit better about herself, and she's amazed at how much room she has in her clothes these days, which is really good. Is there anything else that you
Well,
want to
can can I?
need to
Yeah,
know?
thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, because people just say, "Wait, what?" All I hear about everyone on these weight loss drugs, everyone's using drugs, and the truth is, my question with the drugs, is there still like studies that this is healthy for us? I know it was like a diabetic drug, but hold on, people are jumping to this medication, and I think that's scary. I mean, they're saying now the United States, our obesity level finally went down in all these years by like 2%. It never has, but it's due to these drugs. But at the same time, do we don't know what that's doing to our bodies overall still, right?
Very true, Jill. But actually, if you listen to the whole commercials that they're telling you that they're losing weight, whatever. If you listen to the whole commercials and you go through that fine print that they are by law required to read to you,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
listen to the
yeah.
side effects, not everybody's going to have the side effects. Not everybody's going to have them. That's granted. But honestly, do you really want to run the risk of getting a heart disease, kidney failure,
Eye
liver function
problems.
failure? Do you want
Yeah.
to run those risks when you got a solution here with me that has no drugs? It's a proven
Mm-hmm.
track record, 14 years. The company that is, I just came into it. I haven't changed a thing because it works, and I don't
Yeah.
believe in reinventing the wheel when something works. I don't believe in that. So follow the program. No drugs, no hunger, because you're eating the protein stuff.
Okay.
It's not costing you extra because all you're doing is supplanting, taking what you normally buy in the store, and instead of buying the store stuff, you're buying it from my store stuff, which has all the protein that you need, plus the vitamins and supplements that your body essentially needs because of it mainly being, you know the chemicals that we need to function both here and here are in those supplements as well. But the protein keeps your lean muscle there, and you can even grow it.
Okay.
So you can gain lean muscle, which is better for you to do than losing it. And then it just drops the fat like nobody's business. And like I said, there's it's a 4 phase program. In the first 2.5 to 3 phases, there's no exercise. In fact, we don't want you to do the exercise because it will actually puts a little bit of sugar when you're exercising. It puts some the the muscle, it has a chemical reaction in the muscle to where it holds that weight there, and so you get
Okay.
a false and so the healthy tissue, also known as fat, off your
Mm-hmm.
body before we start building the muscle back onto it. Because by that time, if you're doing the program correctly, you're learning how to eat the
Mm-hmm.
right foods, and then once you're able to learn how to eat the right foods, then you also know that when you're exercising, you might have to add an extra protein to your diet throughout the day in order to maintain your lean muscle levels. Um, I like I said, I think I told you this last time, but I had a client come in and she had been on the program and we put her on the machine that I just told you, spun her around, and
Yeah.
she comes back and she said, how did I go down and lean? And I
Ah.
said, are you working out? She says, yeah. I said, have you added an extra protein because of your workout? She goes,
Oh.
no, I've just been doing okay. The average means it's 5 meals a day. We need to bump you up to that instead of keeping you at the your normal four. And we did, and she gained that muscle back after a week. So that's how proven and how great and effective the program actually is within 1 week she gains that pound of lean muscle that she lost, gains it back with just by adding an extra protein onto her.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But
Wow.
here's the thing that I kind of run into. I get people telling me, "Hey Matt, I'm eating your protein, and all of a sudden I'm still hungry." And this is usually at the beginning of the game because our bodies are still have that sugar that we've consumed, and it's holding on to our body's just holding on to it, and so our pancreas is saying, I'm still hungry because I wasn't able to get all the sugar out, and I need some help here. So I found if I watch television, I'm usually putting something in my mouth like popcorn or something like that, because it's kind of like sitting in a movie theater almost. You're wanting the soda and wanting the popcorn. So I I find that when I'm hungry, if I'm hungry out on the program, turn the television off and I grab a good book, a book that I can escape into, a novel, or even if you like self help books, if that's your thing, grab it, do that. I was running a special, a 90-day program special. And I think it's still up on the website. It was mainly to get the people from September to December, get them 10 pounds below their projected goal, so that way in December they can enjoy a little bit of the Christmas festivities. Eat some of the food and go back up to their desired weight by the first of the year. And then all they would have to do is maintain. However,
Yeah.
that applies. It applies anywhere you want to start. So the program's still up there. 90 days. They do the 90-day special. It's actually less expensive than the monthly
Really.
and the weekly. Yeah, oh
Perfect.
yeah. I tailored it to where it's a lot less expensive, and then I give added incentives. You can read any book you want, but if you actually happen to buy one of the books that I wrote, then I will actually give you the men's or women's essential vitamins for free, and that's a $25 $30 value right there. So you're reading my book, you're enjoying some of the stories that I enjoyed writing, and you're not feeling the hunger, and you get the protein, the essential protein vitamins, the men's essential or the women's essential, absolutely free. And that's on
Love it.
any of the programs that we got.
Love it.
So,
And
yep,
for
it's a
someone, do you have to be in your state, or do you work, throughout the state, throughout the United States, or just tell me where you can help people from around the world?
I'm happy to work wherever you're at. Honestly, I have the website's up. All you have to do is make an appointment. If there's, I got to make sure that there's notes. So double check and see if there's a note thing to where you can I can see where you're at. But even if you're not, there's a phone number. So I'm trying to reach out to people within a 24-hour period. At that point, I can get wherever you're at. If there are some taxes in your state, you don't have to worry about. I will take that on myself. And I don't. I'll make sure that that's applied correctly so that we're doing it legally. And you're probably saying, well, how do I get to your Fit 3D, Matt? We don't have Star Trek transporters these days, and like I can't just beam into you and then beam home. You're right, but the Fit 3D network is actually nationally known, and it's around most major cities. So it shouldn't be too much of a drive. Maybe an hour tops from anywhere that you're at within the United States. My sister-in-law is out in South Carolina, and I get the stuff. I get the food from my supplier. I pack it up. I send it to her, and I even have her going to I think it's Columbus. Yeah,
Okay.
Columbus for the Fit 3D machine. She turns around on that thing. Like I said, it depends on who's running it. When you do it with me, it's $50 only because I'm still trying to pay off the cost of the machine. With others, it's 35. They probably own it for years already, so they can drop it down. But so so you pay that. You pay that if you want to. If you think you know what you're looking at, you're fine. You don't have to consult with me, but we can do exactly what we're doing here on a Zoom with my clients. You would
Hmm.
sit down in a Zoom. I would I would share my screen. I think I can share my screen in Zoom. I would
Okay.
share
Yes, you
what I'm
can for
seeing with
sure. I
you.
would love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So I could share the screen with my clients with what they're looking at, go over exactly what is going on, and we can make a plan from there. And so it can be done anywhere, and I don't have to necessarily be in your state, or you don't have to be in Colorado to actually do this program, which is really good because if you're interested in it and you're saying, bummer, he's in Colorado, the technology that we have these days makes that a moot point, and if you're willing to wait a little bit longer for the food, great. Or pay in advance so we can get it shipped, and then you can get it right there, and you don't have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about it. Perfect. And we get the ball moving in that direction for you, and
Got
you're
it.
you're on it. 90 days later, most of the time you're at your goal.
Yeah.
Um, 90 days to 6 months is usually the average, but I'm also trying to look at people who really are seriously having issues. Jill, I mean, they're talking. You're talking. The funny thing about the obesity thing is that um, at 230 pounds, I didn't look grossly obese, but that's what a physician would call me, is grossly obese, because they're going off of a 1955 standard of fitness, wherein a person my height should be weighing 155 pounds.
Got
Well,
it.
Jill, I can honestly tell you, being in the United States Army, I got down to 155 pounds because drill
Oh,
sergeants
wow.
drilled all that out of me, and I was sick. I had
Ah,
pneumonia and itis at the same time, and I couldn't catch a break. And I was still required to run the 2 miles, do push-ups and sit-ups,
yeah.
and do the PT every morning. And at 155 pounds at 5'9" was killing me. And um, I think I think if we're really serious about getting to a healthy weight, we need to reevaluate what the 1955 standard actually looked like. A lot of people back in the 1950s were chain smokers,
Yeah.
which we know is a very, very great um, uh, food suppressant. And they don't like to eat when you're smoking. So they get rail thin really fast. But and
No.
there's not as many smokers today as there was back then. And the standard, I think, should be looked at and reevaluated for most of us. I've come to, just because I try and like most people, try and stay in tune with what the body is telling us. My healthy weight is anywhere between 175 and 185 pounds, and that's a good healthy weight. If I'm over it with muscle, then and still got the trim waist,
Mm-hmm.
then I think I'm okay. I think we're okay, and most everybody would be okay as well. I
Got it.
mean, will you really go up to Henry Cavill and tell him he's unhealthy? I don't think so.
No, no. Oh my goodness. No, you can't.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
well,
Exactly.
thank you for sharing this. Unfortunately, we have to kind of wrap it up. Matthew
No,
Banfield,
that's
how do we
fine.
contact you? Is it essentialproteinlifestyle.com?
That's the website, or you can email me. It's Matthew at or Matthew.eplifestyle@gmail.com. But I think the website would probably be the fastest way. I can look at it daily and see if you're on there. You can drop me a number. I'll find out where you're at, and we'll go from
Perfect.
there. And we
All
can.
right. And what's the number we can call?
It's 719-359-7164.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Always a pleasure having you here. And thank you for helping so many
Thank
people.
you very much
Guys
for
and
your
gals,
time.
reach out. Never too late.
Yeah.
Got to get started. That new year is here. You got to start before the new year. Don't make that resolution. Do it now. Got to get
Yep.
started. Bye.
But take care.
This
Bye
is
now.
the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.